All right, I'm going to go see the band Whiskey Myers, kind of a southern rock country thing with those guys. They're on tour with Whitey Morgan and the 78s as the support. It's going to go down in Youngstown. Want to hoof it out there. Tuesday, July 9th, they're going to play the Youngstown Foundation Amphitheater. LiveNation.com has all the info for you. Want this pair of tickets? Just beat caller 10, and they're yours. 2 for Whiskey Myers. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
They try to keep the fighting to a minimum, but only because the makeup sex would be awkward.
Well, I can never unsee that.
This is the Alan Cox Show, 100.7 WMMS.
I got your last chance today to get some of this money, so about 8 minutes from now, I'll have one more keyword for you, courtesy of the Buzzard Bookie. And then tomorrow will be your last set of keywords. It'll be our last day on this for a bit as we go into the holiday weekend. So 5:30 tomorrow afternoon will be your very last chance for now to win $1,000. But the last one today here in a few minutes. Bridget Linton is in today. Mm-hmm. She's got a big, big holiday weekend ahead of her. You're running around, you're hosting things, you're saying hi to people, you're running away from birds. It's a whole thing.
Running away from birds, hosting pageants. Mm-hmm. You just never know what I'm doing.
Yep. The pageantry on the hosting side never gets old, does it? Because you're able to employ so many of those things you learned on the other side of the pageant game.
Right.
Yeah.
Very true. And there's no pressure. Like, these girls are dieting for a whole year.
Yeah.
Getting swimsuit ready. Me, I just got to show up. They do my hair and makeup. They give me a pretty gown, give me a script, and...
Oh, they give you wardrobe.
Yep.
Yeah. You don't show up in a tank top and jeans.
Well, I do. And then they say, okay, here are the dresses that we have chosen for you.
Was that you back when you were on the other side of the pageant game? Were you dieting for a year? And is there...
No, so I competed... I did Miss Ohio Teen USA. Granted, I was 18, so I was like on the older side of the teens, but too young to do Miss. And I didn't know what the pageant world was like. So when you're a teen though, you're like already you're naturally fit. I was in my like prime of competing in Irish dance too, so I was like really good shape.
Well, what is the minimum age requirement for Miss Teen Ohio?
I think it's 14 to 18.
Oh, okay.
And then Miss. Well, now they've changed everything. I don't know. There's a lot going on with Miss USA and Miss Teen USA.
Yeah.
So it used to be. The oldest for Miss, it would be 19 to 27. But now they've changed it all, and now there's no age limit. You can be married, you can have kids. There's nothing. It used to be you have to be unmarried. You're not allowed to have any kids. Never been married. You can't be divorced either. And under the age of 27. But they have since changed
all that.
Everything. You could be
70
years old if you wanted to.
70 years old.
If you wanted to. There's no age limit.
Let's go.
I hosted Miss Michigan a couple of weeks ago, and there was a 57-year-old that competed. Yeah.
How did she do?
She didn't make top 15. But
didn't make top 15. But she must have just done it on a whim. She's like, I'm just here to...
She's like, hey, I heard
about it.
The word is out that you can be any age. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's try this out.
Hey, comedian Ian Bagg is in here tomorrow. Always love seeing him. He's doing the weekend at Hilarities. Speaking of Canada, he's coming down to grace us with his presence. Mary Santora, we have confirmed. Yes,
yeah,
will be
she'll
in
be
here tomorrow.
Yeah.
She had some travel hiccups, so she did make it to Columbus tonight.
I don't think so.
Oh,
I think she'll just make it to Ohio.
Wow.
Maybe change her flight to Cleveland instead.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that'll be tomorrow. Actor Viggo Mortensen is going to be on the show next week. We are out Monday for the holiday, but we'll be back on Tuesday. He's got an independent Western film that he's promoting that I don't know if he directed it or not. I know he's in it. It's called The Dead Don't Hurt. I'm going to watch it over the weekend. So that's next week. A lot of people checking in on the bird thing, by the way.
Oh, do they agree or do they think I'm crazy?
They agree with you.
Birds are scary.
I was attacked by a Canada goose in my office parking lot 10 years ago. So when I run in the park by the lake, I will not run by the geese because I'll have a panic attack.
I completely understand. I can relate, and I never even had anyone attack me or a bird attack me.
Would Bridget rather be stuck in the woods with an ostrich or a man?
I don't know. That's a good one.
That is a good one. Did Bridget have any kind of affliction watching Sesame Street because that bird was so big? I think that was his name, actually. Right?
Big
bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
I was
literal.
more of a Barney type of gal, but maybe that's why.
Dinosaurs are birds.
Sure, they're. What is a blue heron? My nephews call them dinosaur birds.
Yeah.
He's like, oh look, there's a dinosaur bird out there. And I kind of get it. They do
Pound Cake's
look
mother
like.
famously swears she saw a pterodactyl. Yes,
And we
it's
think
a
it was a blue heron.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does kind of look like a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad people are understanding my fear.
Hey guys, it's the Goose. Just wanted to let you know she's not wrong with the birds being nuts. I got bit by an emu when I was 5. Yeah, you heard it. Love you. Hate you. Don't really care. Bye.
Yeah, you heard it. I got bit by an emu. Well, what did you do? What did you do, Goose, to aggravate that emu?
What were you wearing?
Right. Also, you have to think that maybe flightless birds are naturally a bit more aggressive because birds fundamentally are supposed to be in the air.
Well, are
So
penguins?
maybe penguins are mean.
You're
Who
I think
knows?
penguins are real aggressive. They look pretty fun and chill.
I mean, they look like it, but who knows?
Well, we don't ever run into penguins because they're in
Right.
Antarctica or something. You know,
Yeah.
we're not
Yeah,
down
but
there.
when you watch like someone working with them at the zoo, they seem to just be like, "Hey, throw me some fish if you can. If not, I'm just gonna slide
Sure,
on
they
my
seem
belly."
nice at the zoo, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're only nice to zookeepers.
Yeah, the emu is the second tallest living bird after the ostrich. So if I
Ooh.
saw one coming, it's like those people that square up on a kangaroo. That thing leans back and like, what did you expect? Yeah, was going to happen.
Well, I think we've all learned something here today.
I
Birds
think
are
I didn't
not
learn a
friends.
goddamn
Well,
thing.
They
I
are
mean-
scary.
I pride myself on never learning anything, and so I'm going to be real upset if I walk away from the show today having gained any new information.
Usually
I will
I
lay
learn-
that squarely at your feet.
I usually learn a lot on this show. I feel like I
How
have
could you possibly?
well, you guys are always introducing me to new words, new concepts.
Run down them again.
I mean, docking is like always the number
Talking,
one.
yes.
What was the other one?
We
Dump
expl-
truck.
No, it was a term. Docking. It was
Yeah.
another sexual term.
Right.
Docking was one. What was the other
Our
one?
customers will know. They
Was
always
it felching? Yeah, somebody will.
Felching is a bit-
That might have been a little dark.
I'm trying to
but,
think of what I've learned this time. I don't think I've learned anything yet, guys.
gaping.
Thank God,
Oh,
the
no.
show's almost over.
Gooning.
I mean,
Wasn't it gooning? Was it-
Gooning, yeah, but I forget what it is.
Oh, it's like edging.
Or maybe it was edging.
she's like,
It
it's
is
already
edging,
got a
yeah.
name.
Maybe
Why
it was
does it need
edging, yeah.
another name?
Yeah, maybe I think it might have been edging.
Docking, edging.
It all kind of sounds the same.
Listen, I wouldn't expect you to know at
You
26.
teach us one.
Yeah, I'm still a young,
Young, nubile thing.
this
and,
little Gen Z over here that has so
us-
much to learn.
Teach
the
us one of
world.
the new Gen Z terms for
Yeah.
sexual act.
Yeah,
You don't got any?
yeah.
Coming up blank there.
What's the one that they say like chungy or something? When it's
What?
like the new word, it's like, oh, that's so corny. It's like chungy or something.
Oh, I don't know.
You're the Gen
I
Z.
know, I know,
don't-
I should
yeah,
know.
you should know.
Chuji was like.
Chuji, maybe that's
Well,
it?
that's when you're all like comfy and.
No, okay, no. It's like, ooh, that's so something. It's so
Raven?
no,
I don't know.
used to love that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up. What
Okay.
that one is. But yeah, someone said that recently, and I'm like, what did you just say? I'm like, you've never heard what the it? Oh, it's gonna.
I
bug me.
don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Chun- It's like sounds like chewy, but it's not.
Oh. Maybe somebody
Well,
will
whatever.
tell
Then I
me.
finally learned it basically means corny. I'm like, well, why don't we just keep saying, oh, that's corny, that's cheesy? Why do we got to change it up?
Well, everybody's got to have their own slang. I
Yeah.
get that. I mean,
Gen Z loves rejecting anything millennial.
I know.
That's
Right.
they don't want the parts the same way. They don't want the socks the same way. It's very.
It's very weird. What
Yeah.
was like a good term from like your time of being in your 20s, 30s that no longer
Oh
is said?
God. Oh, I'm thinking of Gen X stuff when I was a teenager. I mean, 20s and 30s. I don't know how
Or
hip
teenager,
to
yeah.
slang it was. What did we say in the 80s? We said radical and
Oh,
psych
yeah.
when you're trying to get something
Rad.
psych.
Yeah.
That's mint.
Totally.
I still throw rad in. It sounds ridiculous, I'm sure, when
Yeah.
I say it, but I just reflexively say it sometimes. Like, I don't say dope. People, I don't mind it,
It's
but
dope.
people just beat the piss out of dope. And so I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can have it.
I'm typing in Gen Z word for corny.
Alan, you saw penguins up close in Pittsburgh. That is true. I did. For many, I was right next to Alexei Morozov, and he was Mario Lemieux and who else?
Jaromir Jagr.
Alexei Kovalev. Yeah, Jaromir Jagr. God, I remember doing a club gig, and Jagr was there, and I was talking to him for a second. I'm like, this guy is 2 feet tall. You're used to seeing him on, skates. Yeah. But Ian Moran and Martin Straka, all those guys, when I used to do stuff with the Penguins. But the actual birds, enough of that. Less so.
So the word is Cheugy. I don't know if it's chuggy.
I don't think we need to know.
I thought that's yeah. I thought that meant. What am I thinking of? Hygge is that? Yeah, chuggy. I was thinking of the like Danish word that means super comfy and you're all blanketed up or whatever.
Oh, what's the?
Yeah, chuggy is described somebody who's trying way too hard.
What's the Scottish one?
Okay, I thought it was corny. Okay.
Herkel Durkel or whatever.
What?
Probably.
It's like when you're like just laying in bed on a Saturday, not really doing it. It's like, yeah, Herkel Durkel.
Oh, you're
something.
Herkel Durkelen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we talked about that.
Oh, I'm gonna start using that.
Got
Kind
me
of like that.
Durkelen.
The Scots word
Herkel
Herkel Durkel is to lie around and lounge in bed.
Mhm.
We're going to spend the day Herkel Durkelen. Yeah.
I've been working so much. All I need is a Herkel Durkel day.
Yeah. Now I might Herkel Durkel and a little jerkle, but that's
Soaking. Did you learn soaking from us? Okay.
Oh, you know what that is?
No, well, I need to learn something today.
All right. Well,
Let me know.
soaking. We got Herkel Durkel, and then
Yep.
soaking is not some. So I grew up Mormon.
Yep.
But we did not do this. I never heard of this until the internet said it was a thing where a guy will put it in to a lady.
Okay.
But
A lady. Put it into a lady.
Yeah.
And
So
so it's
appropriate.
not actual sex. They don't move, and then they have what they call a shaker jump on the bed to make it.
What do you
move
mean a shaker
forward.
Oh,
jump
I
on the
forgot
bed?
about the
Yeah.
the shaker.
Like a human jump on
Yeah.
the bed?
Yeah.
I thought they were just.
This is a 3-person ordeal.
Event. Yeah, maybe 4.
That's why this is all made
Yeah,
up.
it's definitely.
I mean,
no one's ever done this. It's just,
No. I thought
Yeah.
maybe it was just playing just the tip.
It
I thought
is-
soaking was
I
just
think that's-
lying there.
I
and-
think that's what like the origin was, but like the internet gets a hold of it, and then they go, oh no, and then you have somebody jump on the bed so that
Yeah.
there's some movement, but you're not doing it, so what's the harm? But God's not a T-Rex. He sees what you're doing.
I got money for you. It's your last chance today to grab $1,000, courtesy of the Buzzard bookie. So listen up and good luck.
This is your chance to bet with the Buzzard Bookie and win $1,000 now. Enter this nationwide keyword at WMMS.com. Money, that's money. Enter it now at WMMS.com.
We've talked about a couple of documentaries today. I was talking about the Lollapalooza documentary, which is fantastic. We're talking about the Ashley Madison. Peacock, Natch, is dropping one that right-wingers are losing their goddamn minds over. It's called Queer Planet. And it's about same-sex relationships in the animal kingdom. Right?
What about
Well, like, the kind of canon in the right-wing freak-out machine for a long time has been that humans are the only people who engage in same-sex relationships. Of course, that's never been the case. It's always been in nature. And so Queer Planet is a documentary that is going to be on Peacock.
Our planet is home to over 11 million species. The paparazzi really are everywhere.
Everything you were taught as a kid is wrong.
Gay penguins, bisexual lions, sex-changing clownfish.
This is a queer planet.
Queerness has always existed. It's only in humans that we have such a stigma about it.
The idea of just having 2 fixed sexes is clearly out of style.
I mean, I think humans, I get her point, but I think humans also would be the only people capable of a stigma. I mean, animals don't know that there's anything wrong with that. Anyway, of course, people who are more conservative are going insane over this show.
We were just talking about penguins
Yeah.
Now we know there's gay penguins.
Gay penguins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that from Parks and Rec. Yeah, the gay penguins, they had to move into a different zoo because there was too many people protesting the gay penguins.
Bisexual lions. That's interesting.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
the way that they described it, I thought was funny.
Like
It almost sounded made up.
They must have really studied the lions and saw, oh, they had relations with the male and they're having relations with the female. Must be bi.
But also, it's like the animal kingdom. I mean, it's just humping whatever's around,
Yeah.
probably. I mean, obviously, you know, if your seed finds purchase, you're going to, you know, reproduce. But there was that video that went around a couple of weeks ago about the people in the safari Jeep, and there were two lions banging on the roof. And they were
Oh
just
my
like,
gosh.
okay, let's, you know.
We just got to wait it out.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the splash zone for that one.
No
But they
way.
were. You know who's really mad about this?
Like I'm putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap. Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Gay. Frogs. Won't you fight for your life? Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. I don't like a frog. Gay. Friggin' frogs. Frogs. Friggin' frog crap. Won't you fight the frogs? It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you.
Oh, that is a bop, boy. I
It's
forgot
a
about
catchy
the
beat.
Alex Jones Gay Frogs
That
remix.
should be the theme song for that documentary.
the Gay
frogs
Frog.
gay.
Yeah.
Make the freaking frogs gay.
Hey, Tom,
Yes.
what's up?
Oh, so I was just calling. I heard him talking about soaking being jumping up and down on the bed. And it was only 20 years ago where our slang for soaking was after the act is done, just kind of hanging out for a little while, if you know what I mean.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, just kind of leaving it in, falling asleep.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And I
Let it
don't
soak.
know. I'm driving down the highway, and I said, "Oh, I know what soaking is," and then I found out I guess I don't.
Well, I think, things evolve. So 20 years ago, it was probably just that. And then, the internet gets a hold of it and they go, hey, well, what about if we added in these other aspects of shakers, as they call them, to or jumpers or whatever,
Shakers and jumpers. You got to have them both.
How do we make this viral and funny? At the time, the first time I did it, I was just worried I had a viral.
You were worried, were you? You weren't taking the proper precautions? All right, thank you, Tom. I appreciate it. It's Tom weighing in there on the...
Okay. His version of soaking makes more sense to me than the one that we discussed.
Yeah. Well, I think it probably originated from that, and then, like, you said, people would be like, oh, we got to make things...
Probably the
silly
Gen
and-
Zers are like, we got to make it different, more
weird,
fun.
and also, it's like that whole Urban Dictionary
Yeah.
aspect of things where things evolve like that.
Yep.
Yeah, but also
nobody
it's,
ever does any of those things.
Well, but it's your every generation. It's your duty to put your spin on
Of
stuff,
course,
right?
yeah.
You have to fundamentally reject what came before, and if you are able to convince some young nubile thing to do the glass bottom boat with you because you found it on Urban Dictionary, you might have yourself a keeper.